Hello there. It's Elena again, and guess where I am? I'm at the park again. Another beautiful day. So I was sitting here. I wanted to share this ancient Chinese proverb that I heard many years ago, and it's really has stayed with me. And it's a story of hi, hi, Linda. I have to look at it sideways because can you see me? Am I sideways or am I right? Can you just tell me if you can see me? Because when I first came on, it told me to turn the phone, but I didn't. So can you see me? Can you just tell me? Real quick, please. Okay, so anyway, ancient Chinese proverb. So anyway, there's a story about this man who lived in the outskirts of this village in China, and he raised horses for a living. One day, there was a fire, and one of his prize horses, got out of the gate. And the village people came to see him, and they said, "Oh my God, we are so sorry. Your best horse just ran away." And the owner said, "That's okay. How do you know that it's a bad thing?" So then a couple of days go by, and this horse comes back, and with it he brings 5 beautiful mares. And again, the townspeople come, and they're like, "Oh my God, you are so fortunate. Your horse runs away, and now it brings back all these horses with it. You know, you are so lucky." And the owners and the farmer said, "It's okay. How do you know it's a good thing?" Well, a couple of days later, his only son, decides that he wants to try to ride the horse. So he gets on the horse takes off, and the son falls and breaks his leg. Townspeople come again. "Oh my God, you are so unfortunate. Your only son breaks his leg." And the farmer said, "It's okay. How do you know it's a bad thing?" And about 3 or 4 months later, the army comes through town and is rallying up all of the available men to go fight in the war. And of course, the son wasn't able to go because his leg was broken. So once again, the townspeople come. "Oh my God, you are so fortunate. Your son was spared." Once again, the farmer said, "It's okay. How do I know it's a good thing?" So there's several morals to this story. The first moral is that we never ever know how a thing in our life, how a particular event, how it's meant to, what it's meant to be in our life. So there's always going to be a silver lining. There's always going to be a good and a positive and a negative, depending on how you choose to look at it. So this particular farm man was able to be resilient, was able to be strong in the different things that were happening. He wasn't swaying one way or another, which is the other point that I've heard referenced in this story, and that is the point of resilience. You know, most people, if the wind is blowing one way, they blow one way. If the wind is blowing another way, they blow another way. In other words, strength is being able to stand upright regardless what is happening in our life. And in order to do that, it requires a strong foundation. It requires resilience. How do we build resilience? How do we build a strong foundation? It's a process. And I think this is such an opportune time for people to really go within themselves and begin to take on the practices of what it means to build a strong resilience. What does it mean to be able to stand strong in the eyes of events that could knock us down? We have to be grounded in our values, number one, and we have to be unattached to things or situations. When we make something that we have or something that we do, a job or a relationship or a home, if we make those mean something about us, if we attach our worth to those things, it's going to be really hard when we lose those things. I know I actually had to look at this 4 years ago. I didn't think that I was as attached as I was, but when I lost my home, when I lost my dogs, when I lost my relationship, I realized on the other side what a blessing it was. Of course, it didn't feel like a blessing at the time. Believe me, I literally felt like somebody was ripping my gut out. However, as I was applying everything that I've been working on for the last 35 years, as I was very much coaching my own self and applying everything that I knew, what I began to recognize very, very early on was that I had an attachment. Like there wasn't a me without those things. I was who I was because I had the home, I had the relationship, I had the dogs. And that becomes very, very dangerous, because when we lose those things, then we lose ourselves. So what that particular situation taught me was to really understand who I am at a soul level, at an individual level, without anything or anyone, without a title, without money, without friends, without a relationship. Oh, can you hear the geese going overhead? So resilience, number one, requires that we see ourselves, know ourselves, and are good within ourselves, apart from everything that is in our lives. That we are not who we are because of those things. We are who we are in spite of those things. And when we can say that, when we can do that, when we can know who we are, and we have, and we're grounded in our values, we know what we stand for, we know what matters, and our life is about honoring those things, then it doesn't matter what happens around us. It doesn't happen what comes in or really what goes out, because we can stand independent of those things. So I wanted to just pop in really quick and just bring that up as something for you all to think about as you're hearing this, and for you to give some thought about what are the things, what are the lessons, what are the parts of me that I still need to work on, so that I can get to a place where, number one, I know myself very deeply. I know what I'm about. I know what I value. I know how I honor those values. And I also know who I am without the stuff, without the things that are external to me, without attachment to anything other than who I am as a soul experiencing a physical reality. The truth of the matter is that we are so much more than most people are aware of. Most people live as if they are their bodies, as if they are their home, their job, their relationships, their money, as if they are their beauty, as if they are their experiences. And a lot of us, as if we are our thoughts, we begin to feel and think and act as if what we think is what we are. And the truth is that you're none of those things. You're much, much more, and not that. So my hope is that you will take this time to do some soul searching, that you take this time. It's a perfect opportunity to go deeper, to learn, to be coached, get coached, or pick up a book, or start an online course. It's a perfect time to build on your foundation as a human being. You're only as strong as your foundation. A house without a foundation is going to crumble. A person without a foundation will crumble. And like those farmers that were going to the horse owner, most people are reactive, and very few people are able to stand strong, solid, because they know who they are, because they know what they stand for, and because they know that they are who they are, not because of what's around them, not because of what they have or don't have, but because of who they are internally, who they are at a soul level. And so anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope that this message has been helpful, and I would love for you to drop me a comment. What did you think? What did this make you think about? What did this rise up inside of you? What are some things that you want to take on? What's one way that you can start to look at your own foundation, your own resiliency? Who are you at your core level without this stuff? I think those would be really great conversations to have. So since nobody's dialoguing with me, I will close for now and wish you a beautiful Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland. I'm about 30 miles south of Chicago, and it's absolutely a gorgeous day. I'm at the park and there's a bunch of people walking around with no masks, with no gloves. I don't know. It almost feels like that it's just like a normal day, although I know it's not. And my heart goes out to everybody that's been affected by this. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm sending you my good wishes for a beautiful rest of the day and a great week to follow. Have a good day. Bye.